He's been coaching for 30 years and a master tactician. All right. Without further ado, Coach Dave Hirschy, Willard High School.
Being from Willard, that's probably the loudest ovation I've ever received. So, thanks. You probably looked at the brochure and you saw the likes of Greg Collins, Keith Diebler, Joe Baylog, and probably looked at me and said, what the hell's he doing here? I guess it's more of a testimony to longevity. This is actually my 29th year. It's dating a little bit, but I've had the opportunity to coach with some great people, and I've had the opportunity to coach against some great coaches. Many of you sitting right out there. This is my first, and in all likelihood, could be my last clinic. So I wanted to make sure it was good. So what I did. Because I've been going to these for so long, guys, that sometimes when you're taking notes, you have your head down and you miss something, a critical point. It might be something with spacing. It might be something with timing of a play. I went to a Nike clinic a long time ago, and I can't remember the name of the coach. He was at Miami of Ohio at the time. He passed out all these handouts. I thought that was a really neat idea. And basically, you didn't have to take any notes. You could just watch and kind of see what's going on. And most of what we're going to do today are in these handouts. The other thing is, if you haven't figured out already, I'm a little long-winded. So I got 45 minutes to try to get a lot of stuff in. I may not get to a whole lot of sets. Most of what we worked on yesterday, we did a dry run yesterday with my players. We worked on mostly skill stuff. If we get time, we'll do some sets. If not, the handouts are there. The disc that you received is a really good disc. I guess it's been about 5 years now. Jimmy Langhurst came in, and we put Jimmy through all kinds of ball handling drills. He showed us some ball handling drills, some shooting drills, and what I did is I burnt that disc, and that's really good. And a lot of the things that my guys are going to do today are on that disc. And like I said, the other stuff is in there. I think I only drew up one drill wrong, which is a record for me. And we'll try to do this as quickly as possible. Like I said, there's a few guys I want to mention. Like I said, I worked for some great coaches. I had the opportunity to work for a Hall of Famer, Rob Shelton, for 3 years. I worked for a guy who's a phenomenal coach who went for Tim Ersman. I had the pleasure of working with Tim for 7 years. Brad Turson and I worked together at Plymouth. And Brad was the all-time winningest coach at Plymouth. So I've had a great experience in the coaching realm, and I'm excited to be here. I hope you get one or two good ideas today that you can take with you, and if that's the case, it's worth your time. One last thing before we get rolling. I spent this weekend in a technological nightmare. I'm not real good with technology. And when I was getting this stuff ready to go, the internet went on me, then my printer went on me, and then I had to go over to Best Buy at 9 o'clock at night, buy a new printer, try to figure that out. So it was a technological nightmare for a few days. So I haven't told Nate this, but I don't know if he's got $263.29 worth of pizza and beer after this is over with, because that's how much it cost me to get everything put together. But I think it was worth it. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce my guys. I got Carson Ebert coming out here. He's a sophomore. Matt Koch, who's a senior, and Tristan Buss, who's a junior. They're going to go through some of the drills today. Normally what we do is skill development. We start with some form of ball handling. We like to do 2-ball stuff. We also do stuff with 1 basketball. But we'll go ahead and get started right now. Coach Long is my longtime assistant. He's phenomenal. He does a lot of the skill work with the guards during practice, so he's also very familiar with what we do. We'll go ahead and start with commanding, guys. This is just a simple drill to get you going, get the blood flowing a little bit. We emphasize on the ball, keep your eyes up. We're going to go fingertip control. Again, getting low, getting a low base, keeping the eyes up. Sometimes we hold up numbers and those kinds of things. Kill drill. Kill drills where we count, when we just alternate once off. Bussy's a guy at the end, he's a junior, he's a forward for us. He doesn't do a lot of things as much as he needs to on his own, but he's come a long way. A year ago, he couldn't do much of this at all. But he has worked in his team, he's got a little bit better. Interesting story, Matt, the guy in the middle, came to our camp 4 or 5 years ago, and he had a broken foot. Couldn't do, saw Jimmy Langhurst do him at my camp, and got a disc, and went home that day and started working on it. He's really good. He does a great job for us. Let's go to yo-yos, guys. Broken yo-yo. Again, all these are on the disc, so if there's something that you don't get, you'll be able to see them on the disc. Twirl. It's a little bit tougher. You can see Matt's been doing it a while. He didn't have to look at basketball as much. The other 2 guys are getting better. Over under. Ring. That's good for now. Okay, then we do something on the move with 2 basketballs. Okay, let's do our retreats. On this one, it's pretty simple. They're just basically going to go to the foul line, then retreat dribble back to the baseline, half court, retreat back, and then we go speed dribble down, speed dribble back. That's one thing. I'm sure you guys go through this like we do. In the open court, you're trying to get the ball down the floor, and it takes your point guard 16 dribbles to get from baseline to baseline. That's not doing you any good. So we really want to emphasize trying to get the ball pushed out once we explode it. Yeah, go ahead, fellas. We go 3 dribbles, change direction, but for the sake of time, I thought what we would do is at each corner, or each foul line, we'll have the intersection, like the elbow, half court, elbow. We're going to create a dribble move. You can't do the same one consecutively. That's going to the district golf tournament, qualified for the district on Thursday, I believe. So, but he's still been able to, get in the gym and work a little bit of his game. That's money to hard work. Okay, let's do it on the way back, and we'll go right into dribble line intersection. From this point on, this is one of my favorite 2-ball drills that we do. It's called dribble lines. And what they do is, at each intersection, they have to have a dribble move that they do. They can't do the same dribble move consecutively. All right? I think there's 8 intersection lines in all that they got to make moves on. So, go ahead, Matt. Again, a lot of these you guys probably already do. This just kind of works well for us. I think it's helped us. Then we kind of start going into our layup series and some things that we do. A couple years ago, we had the opportunity to go to Indiana. And we picked up some things from Coach Green and got some of his tapes. And if you have a good chance to look at some of his stuff, this is one of the things he does. Coach Bedingfield, who was my JV coach for a couple of years, who's now at Central East, does this a lot. And we were having trouble. I think 2 years ago, we had all kinds of trouble finishing shots. I mean, we started off the year 6-1, we're playing fairly well, and we lost a ton of games. And as I went back and looked at the tapes, One of our biggest concerns was we just didn't finish shots. I don't know if it was we shied away from contact or we just didn't focus. So I kind of stole this from Coach B. We do this quite a bit. In fact, we do every practice. What we do, as you should see, we start at the foul line and we try to create a dribble move. And we do the same thing on both sides. So if they do an inside-out move, finish with the right, they got to do an inside-out move, finish with the left. And we do 6 different things on both sides, hence the name Daily does it. Good. And we try to do different finishes. We do what we call a mash finish, where we might finish with the left hand on the right side, right hand on the left side, and do all kinds of things using the rim, the backboard. We like to do combo moves then, like so we might come down and we might do a biggie move, and then between the leg moves. Okay, so behind the back. And we work on floaters, teardrops. Quick, Carson. Ball out. Use glass. That was one of our problems a couple years ago. We wanted to take everything and not use the square. And we can work on jump shots on the other side. So there's a lot you can do with this. Our guys have done a nice job. We've got a lot better. I thought we did a better job last season finishing shots. So hopefully it'll keep working for us. That's great, guys. Let's go right into our cheer series. This summer, as I mentioned, Jimmy Langhurst was home. Some of you guys know Jimmy. Some of you coaching against him. Some of you saw him play. Not only is he a phenomenal player, but he gives back. He's tremendous with our guys. These guys can call him at any time. They can go in the gym, work out with him anytime. But when Jimmy came over this summer, he learned some things over in Europe. And this was one of the things that they really worked on. Excuse me. We do a lot with chairs, which I'll show you in a few minutes, but this was something new to me. I really liked it. Especially if you play teams that do a good job at hedging, teams that do a good job at defending ball screens, and a lot of the teams in our league, a lot of our non-league teams do a great job with that. So I think this will help us, but what we do is we attack the chairs in various ways, okay? Go ahead. I'll let you guys start, and I'll just kind of narrate as we go.
Typically, you do a move, first one move, second one move, something crossover between legs.
Combo, boom, split the chairs. You gotta keep your head up. The nice thing about it is that we started the chairs wide, and then Jimmy put those things really close together, and it really forces guys to focus and keep their eyes focused ahead. These are, if you're looking at your sheet, this is just the chair attack series. A few chair step back. Okay, it's a double inside out move with the left hand, and I'm kind of glad these guys are all right-handed, but I forced them to put the chairs on the right side, so they got to use the left hand a little more. Work on the step back move. Okay, retreats and crossovers. Retreat and crossover. You can crossover at the second chair, or you can obviously not crossover. Just go ahead and use the left and finish on the other side. Okay, let's go to chair rejects. This is projecting the screen. And just finishing. Good. Next one is this chair pull-up. This is basic, but it's effective. Where they're going to slow. I move it just a little boom and just a little bit more, just because they're not real loose yet. We normally put them right at a three-point arc, but we're not real loose. But we'll go ahead, just pull up, shoot the jump shot. Get there quick. Get there quick and pull up. Push it out, pull it up. One more time. Obviously, guys, we'll do a series of this on one side of the floor, move the chairs to the other side of the floor. The next series, if you turn, we're on the Eastman Chair Series. Kevin Eastman was at our state clinic last week. Now, he didn't talk much about the chair drills, but if you ever get an opportunity to get his DVDs, I would suggest that you do so. He does some great stuff, and what we really like about this, now these chairs are a little thicker, so this might be more challenging. We just use, Bucyrus has that nice budget, they can get those nice chairs. We got those old clanky metal ones at home. But what we're going to do, and what these chairs do, mainly, is they really teach you guys to play low to high. All right, too many guys, we know on the defensive end, they tend to be a little statuesque, so to speak. Well, I found that to be the case in the offense in the floor as well. So basically what this does, this forces the guys to play low to high and do some things that they're maybe not accustomed to doing. Okay, the first one we're going to do is called intensity layups. Coach, you got your stopwatch? I put mine, if you don't, it's no big deal. What we do on this is we want to try to make 4 layups in 15 seconds. That's our goal. And basically, Carson, just kind of go slow one time. You come around, okay, you grab the ball, boom. And what you need here is you need a rebounder, a ball placer, not just a shooter. Okay? And this is a great drill as far as, like I mentioned, finishing and get things going in speed mode. Okay? You want to go live? You're not too winded for that, are you? All right, that boy. 15. We're going to see if Carson can make it in 15 seconds. Go. Time. Okay. Another thing that we're doing this year, and I think this is going to really help us. 22-game season. All right. So what we're doing is we're compiling our shooting drills, and we're going to have wins and losses. All right. So I might make the goal one day on intensity layups 16 seconds. If that was the case, Carson would have made it. Because he almost got 4 in 15. So 16 seconds, he gets 4 intensity layups to go through the basket. That's a win. So he wins that particular drill. And we're going to try to chart this year. I think it's a great idea. So a lot of the shooting drills that we do, we're going to make as many things competitive as we can. And, winners and losers, and, goal setting, that kind of thing. I think that's huge. Our guys have done a pretty good job of shooting drills and skill work in the past. But like anything else, it gets stale. So by placing winners and losers on it, I think it's going to make it a lot easier. So when we do intensity layups on November 2nd, basically we'll have our charts with our guy's name on. We'll have a spreadsheet, and what we'll do is if Bussy, for instance, misses a layup, end of story. He's got to finish out the drill, but that's a loss. And we go from there. And then he can keep the record. After 22 games, if they're 16-6, that's respectable. If they're 6-16, not so hot. So then we start another series of 22. So that's how we'll treat our shooting drills this year. I think it's going to work for us. Okay, what we got next, Coach? Okay. You guys, let's grab the basketball. You drill it up. We got the cones. We did yesterday. Okay, start the baseline. Well, yeah, replace the ball. Okay, this is the next one. Now we finally start shooting the ball. I know we've been doing dribbling and layups now. This one is pretty good. They're going to push the ball out, all right? They're going to start at the foul line, go slow. They're going to come out, boom, place the ball, boom, come back, and shoot the ball, okay? Again, get some work here. A lot of things in one drill. You're handling the ball, put it down, move it down, the ball, coming back, shooting low to high, get your legs and rear end into the shot, okay? Again, if we were playing winners and losers, we'd probably base it on a 10. All right, for instance, Matt would go 5 on that side, then 5 on that side. And if our goal was 6 out of 10, then he wins for the day. If he goes 4 out of 10, he loses. Just shoot 5. Just shoot 5. Hustle. Go. These are great conditioners, too. And some of us old fossils that have been around a while, we've heard this a lot. But, I can go to the gym and say, yeah, I worked out for an hour and a half. Well, I didn't shoot, walk, look at the ball. As opposed to doing stuff like this for 35 minutes and getting something out of it. Good. Let's change locations now. Just exchange the color of the chairs. Good. Okay, now we're doing the same drill, guys. We're just doing it from different positions on the floor. Go, Bussy. Put your legs and rear end into it. They get a little tired, you start seeing the ball go short, flat, actually get the ball. So, I mean, you're doing a lot of things in a simple little drill like this. And there are tons and tons and tons of shooting drills. These are just, I'm just scratching the surface as far as these shooting drills. These are pretty good. Nice thing about these notes you have, if I get too boring, you can step out and ride it up. Good. That's good. Okay, the next drill is called 4-8-12. This one you'll need 4 chairs and 4 basketballs. We got another basketball. Need one more ball? No, we got a ball before. Perfect. Matt, remember what you do. Okay, go slow, Matt, just so we can show the coaches. He's coming up now. You know, you can come up either side of the chair. That may be the difference. Choosing that side. It may depend on how your offense is running. You know, you want to try to get game shots, game spots, and game speed. That's the biggest thing you want when you're doing these cheer drills. Okay? And you can kind of see what Matt's doing there. Again, that's a series of 4. We call it 4-8-12 because we start off easy. We'll let them do 4. Okay? And then the next guy goes, and the next guy goes. We're not going to go all the way to 12. And then Matt, the next time we would go, we'll go for 8. Okay? And then the next time we would go, we'll go for 12. So you can see it's a conditioner, to say the least. You ready? Let's do 8. You guys okay with 8? I don't want to bore you. We'll do 8. Just so you get feel for the drill.
Big old Matt. Shot.
Good. And these are spots we normally get shots from in our offense. We get a lot of corner shots if we see odd front zones. So we're not going to take shots that we never shoot in games. But you can adjust the chairs any way you want. Good. What'd you get? 4. All right. Not bad. All right. Oh, my top. There you go. All right, now we'll go into some of our Vandy shooting. And not all these are from Vanderbilt. I just stole a couple of them from Vanderbilt. There's not an original thought on this page. Because 29 years I've never had an original thought. But these are good shooting drills as well that we like to do, especially in the summer. Guys love the gun. I think the gun's a phenomenal machine. I really do. We use it all the time. But there's sometimes you get a little complacent on the gun too, you know, where we're not moving as much as we probably should. So this is something that we came up with, that we got from Vanderbilt. Okay, here we go. When you get started. Right where you got it. Yeah. Okay. Carson's going to do this drill. He starts to the right wing, and he's got pulse back and pull base, which is here right back court. Coach Long's going easy on it. Move that thing back. Yeah. I'm not so easy anymore. All right. So, right wing, back to home base, left wing, back to home base, right elbow, back to home base, left elbow, back to home base, and then top of the key. Again, if we were playing a winning-losing game, he'd have 10 shots. And we're going to say, okay, 6 out of 10 is the goal of the day. So if you get 7 out of 10, that's a win. He gets 3 out of 10, that's a loss. It goes on the chart. And depending on how he's doing that day with shooting drills, you know, I don't know how many shooting drills we do at practice on the average, probably 4 to 5. So that day, you know, that might be Carson's only loss. He finishes 4-1 for the day. You know, something like that. All right, Carson, ready? All right, roll it. You can time this if you want to time it. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. Good pass, these are a good shot. Good. Shot prep. Have your hands ready. You guys, hands ready? Good. And sometimes what we might do this season, because, you know, not everybody's going to put a perfect pass together, we might do it and make a bad pass. Okay? And then normally, and I didn't mention this, I would be remiss to say this, whenever we're done doing these drills, we get right to the foul line. All right? Every drill that we do, we'll go right to the foul line, and we'll shoot anywhere from 2 to 5 free throws. All right? Just so we're shooting for a little bit of time. Okay? Is that good? You guys good with that? Pretty simple drill. Again, it's on the sheet. Let's go to, what's that? 25-point game. Okay, it's right here on your sheet. But I'm going to read it to you. This is a new drill that we haven't done a bunch, but so I'm getting familiar with it as well. Matt's going to shoot anywhere on the floor, but the thing is he can't just stand and shoot from the same spot. But the player will start with a 3-point shot and then a 2-point shot. They will follow this pattern until they reach 25. 1 rebounder is needed. If you guys look down there, the player's got to keep moving. The only time he can be stationary is he's got to hit that first 3. So if he takes from the top of the key, he's going to stay there until he hits one. Hopefully he hits one before the Sunday night football game tonight. But if you look there, there's times, okay? And we tell the guys, to be a pro, you got to finish somewhere in the 40s. 43 seconds, 42 seconds, somewhere in the 40 range. To be a collegiate, you got to finish in the 50 range, and be a high school guy within a minute or so. So our goal might be anybody that finishes above a minute 5 is a loser that day. Okay? So they got to do that. So you get your 3, he comes in to shoot your 2. Carson asked me a great question yesterday. He's always trying to get one leg up. He said, can that 2-point shot be a layup? Which is, I thought was a great question. We want it to be a mid-range game. Okay, so we've shot enough layups. So it's got to be a mid-range game. Mid-range game shot. Koki likes this gym. He played pretty well here last year in the section.
Pro.
Pro! What is that?
39.
39. That's pretty good. Keep golfing. I'll let you golf during the winter if you're going to shoot that well. Take me with you. All right, great. All right, so that's 25-point game. All right, let's go to Kobe drill. This is Coach Long's favorite. He would have been mad at me if I wouldn't put this down here. This is Coach Long came up with this drill, and it's pretty good. Coach, what's the record? Did Kobe get this in 21 seconds?
21 seconds for the NBA guy.
Yeah, 21 seconds, and you'll see it's pretty demanding. I kind of drew this one up wrong, all right? Because I forgot the free throw shot. The free throw shot comes first. That's the only thing I messed up on. But the top of the key shot is on the thing, okay? But this is a good drill too. Again, another good conditioner.
Free throw, back. Free throw, back, back.
Where we might want to get stretched out here, we may get to sets, okay? Not as long with as I thought. So you need these 2 posts like that. So you can be one of those guys. All right? Okay, we ready? Hold on a second before we start. On this Kobe drill, as you guys can see, winner loser, I just put under 45 seconds. So again, if we're keeping our chart, the goal of the parson would be to finish under 45. All right? I'll just let the drill pan out. Okay? Ready? Would you get 43 yesterday? Yeah. Ready? Go. All right, here we go. Foul line jumper. Got to come back to the spot so you nail it. Good. I was hoping he'd get that shot in before my SRS checked it. Good. There you go. Got it. 35 seconds. That's pretty good. All right. Carson's tough on himself, but 35 seconds I can handle. That's a win. So he can mark win on his chart. You know, so it's good. It keeps the memory sharp. Like I said, the thing I like about this, I found this out yesterday. Because, like I said, Carson's tough on himself. And I learned this from Coach Sheldon. You know, I can remember we had good shooters that had bad shooting nights. They may be 0 for 9, they may be 0 for 12. And Coach would say, keep shooting, we'll make your next one. And I think these kinds of drills emphasize that. You might miss the first 3 or 4, 5, 6 shots, but if you're a shooter, you better damn well keep shooting. All right? And that's what we want our guys to think. We want them to have that shooter's mentality. And I learned that from Coach Sheldon. How are we, guys? Is that everything? Correct? Could you guys give these guys a round of applause? Okay. I think we got through all the shooting. I'm not sure. I may have missed one. Oh, you guys want to do that? Yeah, there's one more that's not on the sheet. All right? Yeah, this is the Celtic drill. Okay. Why don't you go? Yeah, here we tie. Okay. How does this go, Cars?
You gotta make 2 in a row to the ball from this team, start all the way over. You gotta go corner, wing, top, corner, wing, corner.
Okay. Start corner, wing, top, wing, corner. And when we start the season, we may do our slot spots because we get shots from here too in our offense. So we may look at expanding the drill a little bit. But basically, they got to make 2 in a row before they can go. I won't hold in there. But yesterday, when we put a time limit on it. You got 1 minute 30 to get through everything. Now, this isn't on the sheet, okay? But this is pretty easy to pick up. You guys probably get this drill. So you get this first one. Yeah, I'll count that for you.
That's right.
Okay, now, you got hit 2 in a row here. 1, 2, pretty good. 1, 2, oh, too soon. Nate, where can I get forgivable rims like these? We don't have rim stars at forgivable Willard. These are good. He's in good shape right now. Doesn't keep him placing. I think he's going to get the goal and then some. So if he misses 2 in a row, what he didn't do, he'd have to go back to the other spot. Okay? That's good. What's that? We go 3. Right. Start there, coming back. We won't do that. But yeah, Carson's added to the drill. He'll go 3 in a row then from that spot. Go from there, okay? It's a good drill from the standpoint, again, if you put a time on it, we'll put 1 minute 30 up on the clock during the season, and they got to get around, they got to move a little bit, so they're not just standing around and shoot the ball, all right? Good deal. I hope you guys got something out of that part of it. We'll turn our attention now to the sets. Bear with me, because some of these sets are going to be a little foreign to my guys, because I was talking to them yesterday, and they didn't remember some of these. It's not because we haven't run. We just maybe haven't run for a while. And these guys might have been in junior high when we put some of it in. I just need 2 more guys out there. If I can get 2 like post guys. Perfect. Let's go. We'll put in yellow jacket. It's somewhere in here. I think it's like the 4th page yet. Couple, I guess it was last summer, last spring, Coach Benningfield and I went up to Perrysburg to tap Coach Boyce's mind on the matchup defense, the 1-3-1 matchup that he runs. And we got some tape and so forth. And, you know, as I tend to do sometimes, Joe was looking at the defensive side of it, and I started looking at some of Coach Boyce's sets. And here I was supposed to be looking at defense, and I was cheating ahead looking at sets, and I stole this one from him, so we named it Yellow Jacket, because that's Perrysburg's nickname. All right, this is a good set if you have a post guy that can score. I think Irving can score, all right? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip and you 2 guys. That's okay. Okay, this just starts with the normal. You can start it in any alignment you'd like. You can start if you're a 1-4 high person, if you're a box alignment person. We're going to just start in what we call fan alignment. We downstream. Okay, we make a pass. On the pass, go ahead. On the pass, you're flashing to the elbow, you're getting wide, Bussy. You're going to just loop to this elbow here, plus you're wide, okay? All right, and then what I'm going to have you do, Bussy, is you're going to come to the baseline into the corner, okay? All right, can we just do that to start with? All right, start it again.
Yellow jacket.
Good. Just move it here. Okay. And once you make that pass, all right, Carson, what we're going to have you do is run UCLA, cut right off his back straight. Okay. What you're going to do, Matt, is you're going to pass it to Bussy once he gets to the corner. All right. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to screen. All right. Stagger screen you, or you're going to be getting a shot. These two guys right here. Okay. And we come off and we look to shoot. This was a good set for us a year ago because we had some big post guys that could shoot. One of my better shooters was a 6'6" post guy, and he can shoot pretty well from that area. All right, this year we might be challenged a little bit. We don't have great shooting posts. Here, here, maybe cut it quicker. Time it. Okay, good. Now, tail to the play. We're not finished yet. As you guys can see, the last diagram. Let's run to that point again. If Wormy doesn't get the shot off the stagger, we'll bring Carson back off of the second stagger. Okay? And again, slips, all those things are available. I'm just kind of getting through this as quickly as you can. Screen it. Good. Screen. Now we'll get Carson. No. Come off this side. Boom. Right here. Okay? Wormy's got it right there for that shot. Okay? Let's do it again. Time's up. Yellow jacket.
Yellow jacket.
Good, good. Good job. We're going to second one. Not too bad. Then fan out. Okay. Any questions with that play? All right, I'm just going through ones that I know that we've run. And the next one we're going to look at is a play called Pistol. We run a play called Detroit that I think two of you know. This is a counter to Detroit. All right? And basically what we're going to do off of this, where you're going to pop out and pass. All right? You're making your back cut. All right? We always look at that back cut, especially against teams that like to deny, get up into you, you know, and try to jack the play around. So let's look at that play and that far first, okay? So the very first thing, where you're just stepping out, you're going to look at that back up and don't throw it. Okay. Carson, you're going to do what you're going to do in Detroit. You're going to screen here, okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to pop here. All right? In Detroit, normally what we do is we curl the guy down. All right? You're going to pass the big fella, and then you're going to set like a little rub flare right here. Carson, you're going to come off the other side and go over the top. Okay? Let's just run that part of it first. Hold. Boom. Now, Carson's a decent one-on-one player, so we cleared out his side, so he can basically do some stuff on this side of the floor. Okay? Now, what we do next, us be patient, because you're going to get this play in just a second, is we stagger down for Matt. Stagger down. Boom. And we got him looking for a shot. Let's run into that part. Matt, you can take the shot. Hold. Good job. All right, now, let's say we'll run it to that part. We'll run it to Matt. Matt, you don't take the shot this time. Okay? Hold. Off that. Now, hold. All right, what will we do next? Okay? What we'll do next off of this is you're going to go to the block. All right? You're going to swing foot right here. Matt, you didn't have the shot. You're going to come right out and explode, pulling it off the Bussy. You're going to turn to screen his man. All right? And we got the speed demon right here going to the lane, looking to shoot, kick, do whatever. Okay? I'm not sure who gets credit for this tail play. I can't remember if it's Coach Bedingfield or Coach Long who came up with this tail a couple years ago. But it's nice. And I tell you, that's awfully tough to defend that handoff ball screen action. We do a lot of that kind of stuff in some of the secondaries that we run it. It's really difficult to defend. When we run that kind of, all right, run all the way through it.
Yes.
Right now. Boom. invert. We'll run this in a box. We'll work guys on the elbow and then guard on okay, where you're going to pop up like you did before, we're going to make a pass to you. Okay, on that pass, all right, Carson, you can come back and get a little handoff action. Boom. All right, now, what you're going to do is you're going to head to that block. By that time, you're going to be gone. Matt, I'm going to have you over there. Bussy, you guys you're going to be here, buddy. All right, and you're going to be below him. So you guys are going to set a shoulder-to-shoulder ball screen coming across at midline. All right, at the same time. So when he gets that handoff, you guys are going to be about right here. He's going to use you guys shoulder-to-shoulder. Okay? And then what happens if you guys keep on going? We're going to get a double. Phil, I want an extra. Where's Phil at? Phil, I'm getting you. No, Phil Lloyd. Where's Phil Lloyd? Yeah. All right. Yeah. I want a little extra in the Christmas stocking this year because I give the post guys a shot. All right, here we go. Okay, let's just run that part up and we'll roll. All right.
One. I'm back.
And the thing that we'll do, once again, if we're playing a team that really likes to deny, and with Matt, we'll see some of this. They're going to really overplay Matt in the corner. Let's go ahead and make the game work cut to Matt. Okay, because he's going to be overplayed. Okay, you can do this. You see a team that overplays, your best shooter. You got that side off. You got action away, but you got that back door available as well. Okay? Any questions so far in any of this? We good? Oh, we done? That's good. That's all right. I use my 45, right? Okay, good. Again, guys, there's more stuff in here that we didn't get to, but you can look over. Keep what you want. Hopefully, you can use some of this. All right. I really am humbled and thrilled that they'd asked me. It's not very often that a coach is 97 games below 500 gets to speak at a clinic. So I was thrilled, but again, longevity, I think, speaks for itself. And I'm just going to throw this plug out because, you know, the older guys that have been around for a while remember hearing this at our District 6 meeting, but guys, stick together, all right, because we're all that we have. And when I say that, I mean, with the social media the way it is, with blogs, texting, you name it, Twitter and all that good stuff, you know, we're under fire. We're under the microscope more now than we've ever been. And Joe Baylog and I have talked a lot about this over the last couple of years. You know, we've got to stick together. We've got to be a fraternity. We've got to be a sorority. We've got to be in this together because, you know, you got sharks everywhere. All right? You got people wanting our jobs. You know, people that watch ESPN, all of a sudden they become experts. They know exactly what's going on. You know, all that stuff. It was bad 25 years ago, but it's never been any worse than what it is right now as far as the critics and the people that think that they know more than what they know. But stay the course. Support one another. You know, help each other out, and especially young coaches. This is a great profession. This is phenomenal. My best friends are all here, all right? And, you know, that's what makes it great. Coaching is a great profession to make an impact on some kids. Hopefully make a positive impact on their lives. And, you know, I'm looking up here. I got a couple former players here that are now coaching. You know, Zach. You know, I'm thrilled to death to see these guys here. And they were great players for us, and they're making an impact on young kids' lives, hopefully the way that we did for them. So I really appreciate your attentiveness. I appreciate your time, and I wish all of you guys luck this season. Thank you.